What's going on, guys? Mike
and Jesse.
We're here from Sledaddicz. We're bringing you guys another video. We're gonna start doing some installs on the Mach tonight. So we're just hanging out here in the shop, and this video is gonna be a good one. This is all about the E-LinQ install. There aren't too many of these videos actually that we found online, and we had a bunch of guys actually last year ask us to show them how to do the actual install. So this will be a good one. We're gonna do a step-by-step install on the E-LinQ, and let's go. What's going on, Jess?
Okay,
What do you got there?
We got the E-LinQ system, so I'm going to open up the box and show you guys what we got inside of it.
All right.
So we have, comes with just a normal pamphlet telling you to go to instructions.brp.com, and when you do that, you would type in the part number for E-LinQ, and you get all the instructions to install it, and that's exactly what we're going to be following to install it for you guys today. Cool. So in the box, you get your actual E-LinQ system. This is what it looks like. For those that don't know, basically what the E-LinQ system does is it combines your desk cord and your visor plug into one, so that when you get on and off your sled, you have one cord. So your stock desk cord that you usually have is going to click into here, and then this becomes the power for your any visor, any electric shield that you have. Beautiful. And there's some more housing and wiring, plug-and-play adapters, and some zip ties. And the only tools you need, as it shows on the website, is you need a 9/32-inch drill bit, and a 1-inch hole saw. That's all you need. Besides that, just the parts that come in the box. So we're going to take you through that. The first thing I wanted to do, though, before we do that, is I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Greg, or Sometime Is Now. He sent us some awesome merch. We got a toque, a t-shirt, some air fresheners, and stickers. Sweet. So thanks a lot, Greg, and I'm excited to wear this out on the trail this year. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get your hood off your machine. So there's tons of videos on YouTube, and we actually have videos showing you how to take the hood off. But essentially you have 2 torque screws under the gauge that hold the gauge on. Mm-hmm. Under the gauge there's another 2 torque screws over here. You have 2 torque screws on that side of the hood under the side panel, and the same on this side. And then just remember to loosen your Phillips head on the air intake so that you can pull the hood off. Besides that, once you get all those 8 screws out and you loosen the Phillips screw, the whole hood will slide right off, and just remember to unplug your gauge and disconnect the wiring. This is actually our first time working on the wide body Gen 4, so the 900 any 4-stroke machine in the Gen 4. So what we did find out actually is, unlike the 850s, there aren't 2 torque screws on each side you have to take off. It's only the ones at the front. Yeah. And the ones that are about here, those actually stay on, and they hold the vent on the side of the hood. So it's really just the 1 screw here, the 1 screw here, and then you take off the gauge, and then under the gauge you would take off these 2 screws. So it's really a total of 6 torque screws you have to take off. And then this is the air box that I was telling you about. So you would just loosen this Phillips head so you can get it off, and then the hood comes right off.
First look at the turbo, though.
Yeah,
it's
there
pretty
she
cool.
is.
It's definitely a different beast altogether. I mean, again,
Cooler.
We're used to the 850s, but certainly a work of art.
Hell yeah. Let's get at it.
All right.
The next step would be to drill out the holes for the E-LinQ, and BRP has been super nice for 2022. They've given you a template that comes on the machine. There's a bunch of those little dots that tell you where to drill. That center dot is where the 1-inch hole saw is, and the other dots are just for the drill bits. So we're gonna go ahead and drill those out, and then the E-LinQ should fit in nice and flush.
Guys, let me tell you, taking drills to a brand new Mach, not a lot of fun. But it's easy. Don't be afraid. You'll get through it. Just follow the template and you're good.
And once all the holes are drilled, you can then peel off that sticker. And once that sticker is peeled off, you can go ahead and mount your E-LinQ.
All right, so next step is you're gonna grab your actual E-LinQ and you're basically just gonna feed the wire through, and we're gonna get this mounted up. Perfect fit.
Nicely done. So once you have your E-LinQ system in there, you get these crush washers that you got to install, and they're really tight to put on. So what I suggest is getting just a 10mm socket, put it on there and use that as leverage to kind of push it on. So I'll show you guys how to do that. I'm holding on the outside of the E-LinQ. There you go, see?
Beautiful.
Just make sure you push it in all the way so that it's tight, and that's not going anywhere. That's all fastened on.
Perfect. So we'll basically just run the wire next, and then we'll fit it all back together. All right. We just been fiddling around with the wiring, and I just want to show this really quickly how I did it. It's a little bit different than what the instructions show, and it's not that clear when you actually read BRP's instructions. So the wiring for the E-LinQ here, underneath and up through this hole. Then you're gonna have one of your zip ties there holding it down to another zip tie, and then you're just gonna run it across nice and loose. And then what I did is I actually just loosened off this nut here and pulled up, and then I ran the cable down through there, and then basically it comes around and out through the other side, and that's where we've got our wiring harness plugged in. So that should be helpful, at least for kind of how you can think about doing the wiring for the 900T.
Okay, so we just installed the hood on the machine. So the last step, once that's all put back, once your sled's put back together, would just be to install your desk key onto the E-LinQ cord. So what you're gonna do, the first thing you're gonna do is chop off your key. Key comes right off. You're gonna take a small flathead driver and pop off this cap, just like that. I'm going to take off both caps, so I'm taking off the second cap. Going to put your desk key right on there. Now that that's on, you're going to take, they give you a little tiny Phillips screw. I'm going to go ahead and install that. So now that that's fastened on, they give you a special cap that goes on top. That's it. Sweet. Your E-LinQ cord is done, and you're ready to ride. Okay, so it's the next morning. We got our hood back on, our E-LinQ's all installed, and we're gonna test out and make sure we have power on our oxygen helmet. So as you can see, the nice part about the E-LinQ cable is you can clip it to your jacket, and then the key neatly just clicks in there to keep it out of the way. And then when you want to get on your sled, you pull that out, and you'll see the visor connection is connected to your oxygen or to any visor cord that you have, and then you could clip that also to your jacket. And all you do is you take this one cord, and now let's the final moment of truth. We got power. So there you have it. That's how you install the E-LinQ on your Gen4 Ski-Doo. If you guys have any questions, definitely shoot us an email or comment on the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to us, and it helps us keep growing and making great content for you guys to enjoy. We'll see you on the trail.
If you liked that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the Sledaddicz YouTube channel, where we release content on everything snowmobiles. Also, hit that bell icon so you can be updated every time we release new videos.